I will remind everybody, as I will do to mine right now, if you got, something that may, play your favorite country song and embarrass all the rest of us, please turn it off at this point right now. And so with that, I'm going to call the meeting to order, and then typically I ask somebody in the audience to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I did. Is there Ellis Goki? Is that you? Ellis, how old are you, bud? 9. What grade are you in? Fourth grade. Where do you go to school? Ashford Park. All right, but I'm sure you know the Pledge of Allegiance, right? So all you need to do is just start us off, and the rest of us will follow, all right? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, but they're teaching you well over there in Ashford Park, even though Mr. Hogan and Mr. Cuspin live over there. There must be something good going on, right? All right, but we're glad you're here tonight. Thank you so much for doing that for us. All right, announcements, presentations. We do have an announcement. We have one.
Yes, Mayor, I wanted to let everyone know that the draft comprehensive plan will be available for review and public comment beginning on October 23rd. And that public comment review period will remain open for approximately 30 days. It'll be posted on the City of Chamblee's website, and it'll be available in hard copy at the Planning and Development Department.
Excellent, thank you. Do you have any other announcements, presentations? I'm not getting any special word tonight? Not tonight. I did make it to the meeting.
That's our punishment.
That's y'all's punishment. All right, let's see, staff action items. We have City Clerk. We have the approval of the minutes from the public hearing and work session of September 12th.
Motion to approve the minutes from the work session September 12, 2019 as submitted.
Second.
Very good. We have motion and second to approve as submitted. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Passed unanimously. The next item still under approval of minutes are the regular meeting of September 17th.
Motion to approve the minutes from the regular meeting September 17th as submitted. Did you make a correction?
I did.
And it's in there?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent.
Second.
Very good. So we have a motion second then to approve as submitted with what it sounds like there must have been a correction that was made to them. Any discussion? All those in favor? For, opposition, abstain? There we go. Mr. Cuspin abstained. All right, City Manager, we have authorization to utilize Renaissance Fund for Mid-City Parking District study and implementation.
Motion to direct staff to provide monthly reports. Still not on. Let me start over. Motion to direct staff to provide monthly reports regarding parking enforcement and review the effectiveness of parking enforcement efforts after completion of the current projects on Peachtree Road. Conduct public input meetings to review additional possible parking control measures.
Second.
Discussion?
I'd like to offer two friendly amendments if I could. I'd like to, instead of a monthly report, simply have the city manager to add this item to his weekly report and update it accordingly. And as we try various enforcement efforts over the next few weeks, I'd like for the city manager to determine if we need to have additional resources, and if so, to be prepared to present that at the November 16th budget meeting.
I accept that. Send the amendment.
Thanks, Brian. Is there a time period for which we're asking these to be included on the weekly reports, or is it perpetual?
I think this is an immediate add.
And
For a period
perpetual
of a year, 2 years, or forever?
until you decide to have it.
Yeah, until we take it off, I guess.
Alright.
Well, I've got a question then. Do we have the staff to be able to conduct the enforcement that's necessary to be actually reported on?
We'll be able to report on our efforts each week, and we'll be able to report on what staff and how much of that, how much staff has been dedicated.
I think we understand that there's going to be a ramp up period. We have to crawl before we can run, so there may be, 1 day a week, and then it may build as the need requires.
Well, you're suggesting that there's enforcement, and there's currently not.
That's correct.
Yeah, and so you're saying you say we're gonna ramp up, but we don't have we haven't deployed the resources to engage enforcement currently.
If I could add, did I hear properly, Brian, that you said that asked the staff to come back to us if they would need to have more resources in order to enforce this properly? Was that what I understood your?
Correct. I don't want to step on the chief's feet, so I want him to be able to have the leeway to be able to go ahead and employ the measures that he feels comfortable doing
Right.
immediately. And then come back to us and let us know, at the November 16th budget meeting if we're gonna need additional resources.
Right. Okay, so does that answer your question, Tom?
Yeah, kind of, let me ask the chief just real quick, do you currently know that you don't have the resources to do parking management, currently? In our conversation, I think that there was some concern that you expressed about being able to deploy in that regard currently.
And that would be long-term, we're prepared to implement short-term
Okay, good,
and
we're fine then.
redirect staff.
I think it would also depend on service levels or that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would take to, how many times a day you want to go down the street versus.
Every 4 hours.
Right.
Do you need any short-term funding for enforcement tools? So I know, like, there are the cameras that are timestamped, things like that, type of license plates that can do it as someone's walking by and checking, or do you need us to allocate any funding for something like that in the short term prior to budget season in 2020?
Yeah, that's a conversation I've had with the city manager, and I think he's prepared to bring that forward.
So you're comfortable that we don't need to allocate anything here tonight?
So what we discussed, at the Thursday night meeting, essentially was an interim step, an interim enforcement step. Chief and I met after that and did discuss some technology that we could look at. I'll be honest with you, we need to spend a little bit more time fleshing that out and understanding what those technologies are, and also making sure that the technology that we commit to is transferable to a long-term solution, or, if it's not, we need to understand that. So, I think by the time we get to November 16th, we'll be able to have a more robust interim solution available.
You could have just said no.
No.
I liked
Thank you,
your
sir.
answer.
Me too.
I'm sure Mr. Hogan did.
He knows I did too.
I know. So is there any other discussion on this item? Alright, so we have a motion and a second that, direct staff to do a bunch of different stuff. And you got all that, Emmy, did you get all of that information? Brian, if you and John pass that along to the city clerk. Alright, very good. All those in favor? That passes unanimously. The second item, still under city manager, is regulation of shareable dockless devices.
Motion to direct staff to draft a city ordinance for shareable e-vehicles. Staff will compile input and provide regulation recommendations. A draft ordinance that is reflective of council input and policy guidelines to be provided in December council meeting.
Second.
Any discussion on this item? Okay, alright, we have motion second then, as so eloquently stated by Councilmember Mesa, seconded by Mr. Hogan. All those in favor? That passes unanimously. Alright, under the development department, we have, the first one is 1875 Dyer Circle variance.
Motion to approve as requested.
Second.
Very good, any discussion on this item? Alright, we have motion second to approve as requested. All those in favor? That passes unanimously. So the next item then is 2254 Wallace Drive variances. There are 3 of those.
Motion to approve subject to staff conditions.
Second.
So Tom got it.
He did.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, not much gets past him. Alright, discussion?
I do have, just one point of clarity regarding variance number 3 for the development director, which is the architectural requirements for street facing single-family residential buildings that I think you and I worked on together, earlier this year. Is that, in this instance, is that because of the facade facing both streets versus having the streets with 2 different classifications? And you didn't feel that the side, or your team rather didn't feel that the side elevation had the necessary architectural treatments to address that?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Very good, is there any discussion? Alright, so we have motion and second then, to approve with staff recommendation conditions, correct? Okay, I'll take that as a yes. All those in favor? That passes unanimously. The next item then is 3990 Admiral Drive. It's a waiver.
Motion to deny.
Second.
Any discussion on this item? All right, motion and second, then deny. All those in favor? That passes unanimously. The next item is 5260 Peachtree Road, which is Dyer & Dyer Volvo. It's a DCI major modification.
Motion to approve with staff recommendations.
Second.
Any discussion on this item? All right, we have motion second then to approve with staff recommendations, conditions. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. The next one is 5466 New Peachtree Road, aka Mana Pro DCI.
Okay, bear with me for a minute here. Motion to approve the 25 variances and waivers as recommended for approval by staff with the following exceptions and modifications. Variance number 13 shall read a retaining wall height of 4 feet instead of 3.5 feet.
Hang on, we gotta convert to letters.
You don't know your alphabet by number?
Gotcha, go ahead, keep going.
Okay. Approved variances 2, 3, 5, 11, 15, and 20. Would you like me to read what these actually are?
No.
Deny the variance to eliminate interparcel connectivity. That's number 23. Adopt the conditions subject to DRB recommendations with the following modifications. Delete conditions 2, 5, 7, 8, and 15. Most of those relate to signage. Modify condition number 14 to state that the staircase shall be installed near the condition of Chamblee Dunwoody Road and New Peachtree Road, connecting the parking lot to the New Peachtree Road sidewalk, and provide safe access from the building to the staircase as proposed on the site plan presented at the Thursday night work session and submitted to staff. To modify condition number 6, to add, or shall be sufficiently screened, subject to the approval of the planning and development director, and the following additional conditions imposed by council. The 7-foot sidewalk along New Peachtree Road will continue along the frontage to the adjacent property line, and the corner tree may be removed as needed, subject to arborist review. The signage exhibit and conditions 1 through 3 included thereon are approved for the development. And the owner shall provide an easement for interparcel connectivity with the adjacent parcel on or in the event the adjacent parcel is redeveloped. Said use of interparcel connectivity would result in a loss of parking spaces, and said reduction in parking spaces is approved by the city council and will not create a non-conforming number of parking spaces. The city may require the removal of up to 3 parking spaces to facilitate interparcel access per previous agreement with the applicant. And then there's a signage exhibit that was included as well. There are 3 conditions on that. Condition number 2 shall read, the architectural treatment shall be limited to painted graphics associated with the branding of the developments in substantial conformity to the signage exhibit unless otherwise agreed to by the city council. The graphics shall not convey any political message, nor shall they contain words. And condition number 3, the architectural treatment shall be kept in good repair and maintained by the owners, its successors and assigns, in the event that the city reasonably determines the architectural treatment or signage has become abandoned, dilapidated, or modified from the original proposal by the applicant. The city shall provide notice and opportunity to the owner. If the owner fails to take corrective action within 10 business days, the city may provide notice to the owner of its intent to remove the abandoned or dilapidated architectural treatment by painting it a color to match the building. The cost of such repainting may be assessed against the owner of the property at the time of said notice issued from the city. And in incorporating the signage exhibit, the following condition shall also be added. In consideration of the additional signage request, the city accepts the applicant's proposal to provide a permanent easement or recorded deed restriction containing the provisions drafted in items 2 and 3 of the signage exhibit, which shall be modified, as I just read, per the agreement of the parties. So that concludes my motion.
Second.
I would just like the applicant to state for the record that they're in agreement with, and they have proposed the permanent easement or deed restriction. If they could please confirm that was their proposal.
Evening, Jason Linscott, Santa Group, the applicant. We're in agreement with all of those modifications.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there a discussion on this item?
Dan, could you read that again?
I cannot, but perhaps you could play it back.
Sure.
If you need me to, John, I will. Or I can summarize.
I think I'm good.
Alright, so motion and second then, as so eloquently stated by Darren, seconded by Tom. All those in favor? That passes unanimously. All right, next item, I wanna make sure where I am. The D, Police Department. We have a resolution, a stop sign installation at Wood Acres Road at Warwick Circle.
Motion to adopt the resolution, regarding the stop sign installation at Wood Acres Road, Warwick Circle, as submitted by staff and authorize the mayor to sign.
Second.
Any discussion of this item? We have a motion second then to approve the resolution for the stop sign installation at Wood Acres Road at Warwick Circle. All those in favor? That passes unanimously. We have another resolution, Dresden Way parking.
Motion to approve the resolution regarding Dresden Way parking as submitted by staff and authorize the mayor to sign.
Second.
We have a motion second then to approve the Dresden Way parking resolution. All those in favor? That passes unanimously. McJinkin Drive parking resolution.
Motion to approve the McKinnon Drive parking resolution as submitted by staff and authorize the mayor to sign.
Second.
Go, Leslie got it.
That's
Leslie,
fine.
I know, Leslie, I heard Leslie first. It could be because
Leslie
the guy
got it.
left ear's going. We have a motion and a second by Leslie Robson, the second was there, for approval of the McJinkin Drive parking resolution. All those in favor? That passes unanimously. We have a civilian accreditation manager position.
Motion to approve the creation of the civilian accreditation manager position as recommended by staff.
Second.
Leslie again. Yeah, I was pretty close, but Leslie, you know, for me. This one could just be the distance, you know.
My voice
just-
is low, his voice is high.
It's just, we're just not even going there. I could say so much. We have a motion second then to approve the civilian accreditation manager position as recommended by staff. All those in favor? That passes unanimously. E, Parks and Rec, no. F for finance. Finance, F for finance. Sesame Street? Yeah. All right, G for Public Works, that just never works. We have a Warwick Circle and Wood Acres Road speed table installation.
Motion to approve as recommended by staff.
Second. Leslie got it. I would like to request a friendly amendment.
See, there you go.
So I do have something to add. I would just like to add that shall include, repairing and replacing curbing as needed in the termination of the Public Works Director.
Say that again.
Yeah, right. Well, if we have one, I guess we can terminate.
Of the city manager.
Does he have a lot of money?
Unmodified city manager, so, it's.
Can I have a clean version of that so I understand what I'm accepting?
Yeah.
Yes, to include within that approval, the ability to raise or repair associated curbing, subject to at the city manager's discretion.
Are you referring to the properties that are at risk because of the recent repaving? Or are you talking about?
Correct, if there will be an immediate impact that they determine as we install the speed tables and then to lift the curb. or
Then I will
two,
accept
to include
that amendment.
Very good. Is there any discussion of this item? So we have a motion second then to approve the Warwick Circle and Wood Acres Road speed table installation with friendly amendment to repair curbs as necessary. All those in favor? That passes unanimously. H for economic development. Yeah, you have to help me with that H, you know, I mean, can we not make that E for Parks and Recreation and move Parks and Rec, at least we get E for economic development. Boards, authorities, and committees. Who's board? Everybody. Everybody has authority or is on a committee. Joe, how you doing, bud? Good to see you.
Is that a motion?
What do you wanna do, man?
I want to move to allow the city attorney to read headings only.
Okay.
No way.
Yeah, go, man. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
There you go. Motion is second then to allow city attorney to read headings only. All those in favor, that passes unanimously.
Still
Joe, I guess
okay.
we've got two second readings
Two
this
second
evening.
readings. First is, amendment to chapter 6, alcoholic beverages. Part 1 provides for a new definition of an applicant. Part 2 concerns, ensuring compliance with consumption on the premises percentage of sales records by requiring certain records to be provided to the city. Part 3 amends the application process for a license, including access to criminal history records. They must swear to the application. Part 4 sets forth licensing qualifications, some changes there. Part 5 is amended to read, concerning compliance with applicable regulations, payment of license fee, license denial. Part 6, just adds a new paragraph concerning expiration and renewal of license. Part 7, amends section 6151A, which allows the city clerk to suspend or revoke licenses under certain conditions. Part 8 revises section 653 concerning the hearing procedures when there is an appeal regarding the revocation or suspension of a license. Part 9 amends section 6142B concerning provision of a sworn statement of certified public accountant as to sales for alcoholic beverage businesses. That's the second reading.
Motion to approve the alcohol beverage ordinance amendments as read by the city attorney.
Second.
Very good. Is there any discussion on this item? We have motion second then to approve the alcoholic beverage ordinance amendments as read by the city attorney. All those in favor? That passes unanimously. All right, we got another one.
Yes, Mayor, this is to amend Appendix A, Title II, Land Use and Zoning, by adding certain provisions, that being that the permitted use table in Land Use Section 5.21 include photographic studios, except that will not include that. Actually, they'll be removed in their entirety, so that would no longer be a permitted use. That's second reading.
Could you restate that?
Well, what it says, Thomas, is that section 240-1A2 of the permitted use table, land use section 5.21, photographic studios shall be removed in its entirety, which I would assume that would not be a permitted use, and there's attached to the ordinance is the permitted use table.
That's right. Thank you very much for repeating that. Motion to approve photographic studio UDO amendment as read by the city attorney.
Second.
Very good. We have motion second to approve the photographic studio UDO amendment as read by the city attorney. All those in favor? Pass unanimously. So I'm gonna go back to Sesame Street and say, you know, one of these things is not like the other. One of these things is not like the rest.
Get the Sesame Street theme song going on there.
Does that mean only one councilman has an agenda
Only
item?
one council member has an item on here, under mayor and council items. That would be you, Mr. Mesa, but I'm just confused because their Warwick Circle has been on here like a couple times already, and you wanted to put it on there again.
Those that came to the meeting would understand the reason why.
So you took the words out of my mouth.
All right, why is it still on there, Mr.
It's
Mesa?
a body blow. Uppercut.
Motion to approve the resolution for Wood Acres Road traffic calming.
Oh,
Second.
road, I see. Wood Acres Road speed table installation.
And we have to pass the special tax district to do
I
that. It's
see.
a separate resolution.
And I couldn't tell who got second because I was just talking all over
Second.
everybody. Ah, Tom.
Got it.
It wasn't you forgot.
That's good.
I let Sharon have it.
Close, it's clear.
That was good. All right, motion second then to approve, Councilmember Mesa's item, Wood Acres Road traffic calming. All in favor? That passes unanimously. You're still like nobody else, Tom. Citizen comment. Y'all been,
I believe the councilman had a second motion that he said. Is that incorrect?
no, there's one item on the agenda. I don't know why you make another motion. Unless you wanted to add an item to the agenda.
I don't either, but I thought I heard him say it. so.
Oh, no. Okay, all right, good. Thank God.
It's in
I might have just stuttered.
It's in
That's
this.
happened before.
All right.
The last two words
So-
in the paragraph.
The next item is citizen comment. Please come up to the microphone, if you would. Give us your name and tell us what's on your mind. Keep in mind, you'll have 3 minutes during this
My
section.
name is Jenny John. I'm the owner of 3990 Admiral Drive. You just unanimously denied my application for waiver, but I have a question. I have found more than a dozen of the houses have 2 curb cuts in my neighborhood, Honey Hills neighborhood. I do not understand why they are allowed to have 2 curb cuts, while I have need because of a growing family. I also provided evidence of my neighbors' signed approval support for me to remain the car pad. Could you explain to me why I have to remove my car pad?
Yes, ma'am. This portion of the meeting is not a dialogue, is not allowed, the council's not allowed to make comments back.
Then what is democracy?
We're here to listen to you, and then we're sticking around, we'll be happy to talk to you after the meeting, somebody will talk to you after the meeting,
Okay.
just not in this format right here.
Okay,
It's
thank
just-
you.
We don't make the rules, we just follow them. Or we make some of the rules, not that one. Yes, sir.
Good evening, Mayor and the City Council. My name is Bennett Bryan, and my name is spelled BENNETTBRYAN. And I would like to thank you guys for your service here. I can tell that y'all take your job seriously, and what you do is important. I represent people in your position, and I represent government officials every day at the DeKalb County Law Department. I am the chief of the appellate division there, and I understand what it is you do for a living, and understand why what you do is important. I've been on the same side, or I should say, I've been on the opposite side of cases from folks that the city attorney has dealt with before. Follies. I've helped draft ordinances that have to do with the topics that y'all are dealing with here tonight. And the reason that I'm here is just to say that I will be running for the Georgia Court of Appeals, and I think that having someone with some city and county attorney experience who understands what it is that y'all do is important at the Georgia Court of Appeals for at least one of the judges up there to understand what happens in here. And thank you for your time, and I'd love to talk to you about it afterwards or at any time. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Anyone else care to come up? Tell us what's on your mind? Nope? All right. John, do we have an executive session this evening?
We do. We have one for, legal and, real estate matters.
All right.
Motion to go into executive session to discuss a real estate matter and a legal issue.
Second.
Very good. Motion in the second to go into executive session for legal and real estate issues. All those in favor? That passed unanimously. So I'll have to ask you all to leave the meeting, please. We will, following the rules, reopen the meeting before we close the meeting.
Stick around.